Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking on the Slaughter of the Pillars boss, which is part of the Heart of Corruption quest. In order to access this boss, you must have completed the Gate of Parched Hopes quest in the Crossroads, where you must have defeated a level 30 champion. For this fight I've made sure to have my ultimate skill ready so we can have the best possible start to the fight. Straight away I use all of my special attacks and companions attacks with my ultimate skill, which removes the yellow bar very quickly. I also make sure to use the ultimate skill when the other enemies spawn to remove them straight away. I've brought in Emmerich and Lucanus as they both can heal and deal necrosis damage, which this boss is weak to. We're playing on the underdog difficulty. This boss is level 37. I would suggest being around level 40 if you're playing on a hard difficulty, as this can be quite a tough fight. As usual for these Revenant fights, this fight is made up of 3 phases. His moveset is very similar to the first Heart of Corruption boss, the Betrayal of Thalassan. He does the lunges and sweeps with his spear and covers a great range, so it's very easy to catch you in this fight. And he has these long distance green skull attacks, which again are the same as that first fight. This fight gets a lot tougher in phases 2 and 3, where he has these new attacks, which we'll get to later in the video. When he gets to around 80% health, this is the end of phase 1, and he teleports to the Fade Tear and a blue bar appears over his health. The key is to remove this blue bar before he produces a massive explosion and regenerates, so it's good to have your skills or your companion skills ready to remove this as quickly as possible. He then teleports and we use our special skills. Although our companion skills are still on cooldown, we haven't timed it too badly, as they'll be ready soon enough, and when we use them we'll make quick work of the blue bar and we're able to get some free hits in before the start of phase 2. In phases 2 and 3 he'll create thorns that appear from the ground, either in a straight line across from where he is, or if there's a red circle around him, the thorns will move towards wherever you are standing. They appear very quickly, so it can be tough to dodge. The thorns will stay a while before disappearing, so be aware of your surroundings. If he leaps in at you, make sure to dodge in the opposite direction to the thorns, as they'll still deal damage. Later in the fight he creates the thorns more frequently, so it's easy to get penned in. You can always use a special attack to get out of trouble though and phase through the thorns. If you're finding this video helpful, it really helps the channel if you like or subscribe, and it's greatly appreciated. Thanks. So the key to this fight is to be patient and not be too greedy, as his attacks have long reach which can easily catch you. Dodge his attacks by simply sidestepping him. You can then use a heavy to break his stance and also get some attacks in without his shield blocking them. Long range attacks are also great for this fight, as you can stay out of the way of the thorns and still deal damage. He's weak to necrosis damage, so Emmerich and Lucanus are ideal for this fight. Stay patient in phases 1 and make sure you have enough potions for phases 2 and 3, as those phases are much tougher. Keep an eye on his health bar for 80% and 40%, where he teleports to the Fade Tear. Make sure you have some attacks ready for those points. At the start of phase 3 he'll also summon enemies that deal long ranged attacks, which can be annoying to deal with, so ideally have your ultimate or AoE attacks ready for them.
It's healing again, and the tail's getting weaker.
So we're in phase 3 now. We've managed to break his shield. We're not using our special skills yet because he's going to summon the enemies that deal long ranged attacks, so waiting for him to do that, then we can use our AoE attacks. So when he summons these other enemies, I want to get rid of them as quickly as possible, so I send my companions to focus on one particular enemy and just systematically get rid of one by one. We're now just focusing on the boss, try not to get hit. We do get clipped and it's very chaotic in this fight, so you've got lots of ranged attacks coming in now. So we do get clipped a few times, so we're just trying to get rid of those enemies and then keep an eye on the boss at the same time. Luckily, because we didn't take too long to defeat the other enemies, his blue bar hasn't regenerated too much. It got to around 30-40% there, and we're able to remove it quickly. If you take too long to defeat the other enemies, the blue bar will max out to 100%, and it can be quite annoying to remove that. This phase is now fairly similar to the second phase. He does become a little bit more erratic, he does create more thorns, but there's no new attacks that he does. So you just want to keep to the same strategy as I've shown you in this video, and it shouldn't be too bad. And the boss is defeated. You collect the champion's essence as usual. You want to make your way up these stairs to open a chest and get a unique item. Hopefully this has been helpful. Thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe for more.